Peter Quillin retains his WBO middleweight title with a 10th round TKO victory over Gabriel Rosado. Rosado got cut very badly, and the doctor decided that he was in no position to continue. I've never really taken to Peter Quillin. It's just, I don't know, there's something awkward about the way he fights that I've never really liked. And he fights with this look on his face, like, it's like, it's almost like a look of fear that he fights with, you know, in most of his fights. His eyes are wide open, bulging out of his head. He looks like Chris Tucker, you know, the way his eyes are bulging out of his head most of the time. I don't know, man. I've just never been that impressed by Peter Quillin. You know, he's been around for quite a while now. He's had 30 professional fights. I've just never really taken to the guy. He has, you know, decent hand speed, decent power, but there's just something awkward about the way he goes about his job that I don't know, I just don't like it. You know, we all want to see Gennady Golovkin fight all these guys. Apparently recently Golovkin came out and said he wouldn't fight Peter Quillin because Quillin's too cocky. I don't know what the hell that means. If a guy's cocky, wouldn't you want to fight him to shut him up? I don't get that. Anyway, I hope that Golovkin manages to fight Peter Quillin. Apparently they've got history sparring and whatnot, and Golovkin got the better of the sparring. Whatever. On to this fight with Rosado. I thought that Quillin was landing the better shots throughout the fight for the most part. Rosado did have some success here and there, but Quillin was landing the sharper counters. He was, you know, just playing counterpuncher pretty much in this fight. But Rosado did catch him with a few shots. I thought maybe Quillin was slightly buzzed a couple times. And as the fight wore on, Rosado was getting more and more aggressive. Early on, both guys were trying to counterpunch. But once Rosado realized that Quillin was the better counterpuncher, that he had maybe the longer arms and slightly quicker hands, he thought, you know what, there's no point just laying out on the outside. I need to get in there. I need to try and do damage to him. I need to put pressure on him. And that's what he started doing. And as he was starting to have a little bit more success, that's when he sustained the cut. And it was a very bad cut. There's no question about it. This was a terrible cut. So I don't necessarily blame the referee for stopping it. It was a bad cut, people. You know, it was a bad cut. We don't want to see a guy's whole eyelid get ripped off. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the doctor is there to protect the health of the fighters, and he deemed that cut too serious to let Gabriel Rosado go on. And I can't really complain about that. Yes, I've seen fighters go on with worse injuries than that, but, you know, this is supposed to be a sport. It's not supposed to be, you know, a bloodbath type situation where guys get injuries that could potentially end their career. And you know, if that cut had got any more serious, it could have been really, really detrimental for his career. So it was bad enough as it was. I can't really complain too much about what the doctor did. I understand Rosado's frustration. He felt like he was coming into the fight more and more. I understand all that, but he did sustain a cut, and it was from a punch. This wasn't a clash of heads, people. This was from a punch. Why was he getting hit with shots like that? He can be mad at the ref. He can be mad at the doctor all he wants. But the fact is, he was the one who got hit with that punch that left him with a cut in the first place. You know, so it is what it is. So Quillin goes on. I'm still not overly impressed with the guy. I don't know, man. I think the minute that he really steps in there with someone serious, I think he's going to get exposed. That's how I feel. If he proves me wrong, more power to him. But I'm still not convinced by Peter Quillin. Make sure you check out all my other post-fight videos. I've done post-fights for the Anthony Joshua fight, the Kell Brook fight, what other fights? Brian Rose, Deontay Wilder. I've done post-fights for all the fights, pretty much all the fights, or most of the major fights this weekend. So make sure you check out all my post-fight videos. Let me know how you felt about this fight right here between Kid Chocolate Peter Quillin and Gabriel Rosado. Do you think the fight should have gone on? Where do you see both fighters going from here? Who would you like to see Peter Quillin fight next? How do you think he would fare against Sergio Martinez or Gennady Golovkin? Hit me up in the comments. This is Hatman. I'm out.